Hey gorgeous, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to be doing an eye look with no makeup brushes. Someone who just needs a quick day look or switch it tonight by adding some extra darker colors. Only going to use 3 shades in my favorite palette. Alright guys, so now that my base and my eyebrows are on, we're going to get started on the eye makeup. So today I'm going to be using this guy right here. It's the Nude Huda Beauty palette. I love this palette. It's great for every day. It's a little bit pricey, but you get a lot of different shades there, which I really like. I'm going to start by taking my e.l.f. concealer. You don't have to have a primer. I would say unless you have older or aging skin, then I would look into maybe like the Urban Decay primer, which is meant for that. But for people who have smoother eyelids, I would just go with the concealer that you love to use. This one's one of my favorites because it kind of has a powdery finish to it. You're just going to pat that all over the lid with your finger. So see, it kind of blocks out all of the underlying discoloration in your eyes. Okay, then I bring it right up to the eyebrow so it has full coverage and everything looks uniform. So once that is where you want it, it'd be a good idea to have makeup wipes on hand or a Kleenex or something on hand to wipe your fingers in between. We're only going to use 3 shades today to give you your look. We are going to start with the shade Secret, so this guy right here, and I'm going to use my first finger. You're going to go on the outer V, so right here, and you're just going to tap. So you see you get a little bit of color there. Then you're going to lightly, and I cannot stress this enough, very, very lightly, you're barely touching. You're going to move it into the crease. And I'm kind of doing a tap and pull motion so it doesn't get too much on my eyelid. If it does, it's okay. It's an easy fix. But you see it kind of gives like a nice gradation of color. You see, I kind of like when it comes out like this. That's what I'm doing. I'm just going to buffer it lightly into that brow bone just to diffuse the color a bit better. And we're going to do the same on the other side with the same finger. So I don't know about you guys, but quarantine has been a little difficult to deal with. I think the anxiety of just not knowing what's going to come next is kind of difficult. Having these videos for me to do every day has been really nice to interact and also kind of get myself ready for the day almost. It's just a really nice thing to have right now. I highly encourage you guys right now to use up some creative flow to do things that you like to do right now, especially because who knows how long we're going to be in here for, but you got to make the best of the time that you have, right? So I'm going to go into the shade Teddy right here. And I'm just using neutral shades today just because I just want it to be like an everyday kind of look. So you can see that's a little bit darker than this guy here. I'm just going to lightly tap on that outer V again. This is just to deepen the outside. And again, you're just tapping. So I'm going to do the same on the other side. And you want to make sure that you're looking back at the colors like in the mirror to see how even it is. I can see from here, you can kind of see from looking at my eyes, this kind of droops down a little bit more, so because of that I have to bring one a little higher up than the other. I'm going to just take that same shade Teddy and just bring it into the crease just about halfway, so about middle of the eye here, not all the way in. It gives a nice amount of depth, which I really like, to the eye makeup look. So once that gets to the place that you like it, which I like to do a little bit of buffering in the middle here to kind of blend out the colors a bit. I would almost say that if you are just doing this as like a go to work kind of look, I would almost stop here because this looks really nice, add a little mascara and you are done. But because I want to have a little bit more of a brightness to it and a little bit more fun with it, I am going to go into one of these really pretty glitter shades. So I'm going to go into the shade Crave, which is kind of a beigey color there. It almost comes off a little gold, but it has a pink reflect, which is super pretty. And I'm just going to stamp it starting in the middle of my eye. And I'm kind of doing a press and pull motion. See, it just kind of brightens up the eye a little bit. I really like this color. So I'm gonna go on the other side now with the same shade and just stamp and pull. It's actually a really good idea for you guys for colors that are more glittery or have reflect in them to use your finger. The natural oils on your finger are actually gonna activate it a little bit, kind of like if you had a brush and you put setting spray on it after picking up a color. Now, if you want to brighten it up a little bit more in the center, which is something I like to do, it kind of tricks the eye a little bit, then I would take an equally gorgeous shade. So I think I'm going to go into the shade Daydream. I'm actually going to do it on this guy here because it's a clean finger. That's more of a rosy type of color. It's very pretty. I'm just going to stamp it in the middle only. See, I really like that. I think that looks very pretty. Now, if you wanted to do this look for nighttime, what I would recommend is actually going into some of your darker shades. So you can see there's a couple really, this shade Raw is really pretty and it's a nice dark caramel color. If you wanted to go into more fun shades, they have other colors like Spanked or Love Bite that are a bit darker in hue. Now that our eyeshadow is down, I've done my mascara and some highlight, as you can see. I'm actually going to take my highlight that I used on my cheeks, which is Cookie from Benefit, take a little bit on my finger, and I'm just going to stamp it into the inner corner. I like it because then the light catches that way. This is not a necessity, you don't have to do this, but if you're wanting this exact look, this is what I would do. Alright guys, so that's today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you wish to subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. Stay gorgeous.